It is Thursday, the 29th of September, 2022. We're looking at the waxing moon after the new moon setting in the southwest, and I now have the exposure set to see some detail in the surface of the moon that's lit as opposed to the shadow side. And I took a few still photos. There's still this interesting little point of light at the end of the lower extremity of the crescent, so there's a bit of a gap between that little point of light and the rest of the lit area of the moon. It's kind of interesting. But yeah, the images I was hoping to get aren't going to materialize. Just some fairly boring video. Excuse me, of the moon setting slowly. So the lens is a Tamron Adaptol manual focus zoom from the 1980s, maybe even the late 1970s, but more likely sometime in the 1980s. Set to 500 millimeters. Did I say it was a 200 to 500 millimeter zoom? I think so. The maximum opening of the lens is 5.6 all the way through, and I have it set to f8 to give it a slightly better optical quality. ISO's 400, shutter speed's a 30th of a second. Don't need a high shutter speed when the camera's on a tripod and we're shooting video. So that's it. We'll just let it sink down a bit lower, but I think I will reframe things so the moon's higher in the frame for the next clip. But yeah, we're just going to let it sink a little bit lower. It seems to be going almost straight down. Perhaps because we're at the equinox, or close to the equinox. Perhaps not. I'm not an expert about these things. So it does seem to be moving off somewhat to the right as it sets, but nevertheless, it did appear to be going more vertical than at other times of year. I think we're going to be finishing with this clip shortly, unless I see something interesting about to happen, and I don't. So yeah, I guess we shall reframe this.